Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan.
And Angela.
I don't know if you can tell, but it really is us.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween weekend. Ooh. Deep in the heart of Texas, that's where we're at right now.
That's right.
Or not.
That's right. Nose running it.
I have a natural nose catcher
Ew.
built in. So if my nose starts running, you'll never know.
Oh.
Yes, well, it is. What's today? The 29th? Rocktober.
Yes.
Rocktober 29th. And we're getting into the spirit of the dressing up
Season.
Yeah, so excited. What
yes,
are you?
Sir. I am a 70s chick.
A 70s chick. I love it.
So.
I was born in the 70s.
So was I.
So you are a 70s chick.
I am a 70s chick.
So awesome.
Yeah, I got my smock, 70s bandana smock and my Empire waist shirt and my giant earrings and
a gold lipstick.
Gold lipstick.
Gold.
Yes.
Yeah. Looks great, babe. Love it. You should tell them that's not your natural hair, though.
It isn't. It isn't.
It's a wig.
It's a wig. It is. I wish my hair would do something like this.
I think it will if you try hard enough.
I really don't think it would because I have too much Caucasian in my hair to pull off something.
Yeah, it's not yours isn't
this
quite
gorgeous.
That curly. Yeah, that's awesome. This isn't my real beard.
I would totally wear a fro like this if my hair would actually fro like that, but my hair is not that cute.
It won't do that.
Mm-mm.
We should try, though.
Yeah.
At least try.
I'd have to do some treatments and get a perm or something.
Yeah, maybe not. Not all the chemicals. This isn't my real beard.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Oh, look. You're
Thor's hammer.
so in character.
Mjolnir.
So,
Yeah.
So in character. Yeah.
I'm a Viking.
Yes. As always.
As always. Just like last year.
Yes.
I just cut my hand on my sword.
I
All right.
know.
First question. Bucci Daddykins. I have a 10 watt Beta Alvin BM6 practice amp. I can run on batteries. Been busking with it. Play acoustic guitar through it. Pretty loud on clean channel. Tends to distort a little, which I don't mind. However, recently started making consistent high-pitched feedback squeal when the volume peaks as I play. And the only way to clear it is to turn the amp off and then back on again. Which is a real problem in the middle of a song. Have I broken it, do you think? Cheers, Bucci Daddykins. It sounds like it. It sounds like it might be time for a new one. I don't know.
Sorry, Bucci.
I mean, if it was a tube amp, you might have some tube failure going on, microphonic stuff. But yeah, it sounds like it's time to trade up, trade in, get you a new one. So that's what it sounds like to me. But I'm not an amp repair guru.
Mm-hmm.
I can do some things on some guitars, but amp repair and stuff is not my forte.
Right.
Believe it or not. But yeah, it sounds like it's time for a new one.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question, Bucci. Next, Tim Worley, also a Viking.
Yes. Yeah.
Ask Our Night is back. My life is whole once again. Welcome back. Good to be back.
Yes, it is.
Is the spirit of rock dead? I might have slayed it. I don't know. When I was young, rock was edgy, rebellious. Guys like Guns N' Roses, Sabbath, and Van Halen tore it up. But the newer generation of music doesn't seem to share the rebel roots of earlier rockers. So is the spirit of rock dead? That's a really interesting question. I don't really think it is, but I think it's been commercialized for sure.
Yeah.
From the early days, it was new and different. And what the heck is this? And the old folks of that generation were like, turn off that devil music, And it was very rebellious. But now you have a whole generation of guys our age and older, actually older than us, quite a bit, who, they grew up on rock and roll. And now they are the old people. And so rock doesn't shock them like it used to. So I think maybe we're just desensitized to it. But I think a lot of it's been commercialized. Anything on MTV. They don't even do videos anymore. Forget it. Most of the radio stuff is all just corporate fodder for selling crap.
Pretty much.
I think it's out there, but we have to dig. So you have to go hunt through the internet for it.
I'm all slunched over.
And me too. I'm like, the weight of my beard and
my fro's weighing me down.
My metal helmet is like, okay.
I don't think that it's dead per se, but I agree with you. I think that the essence of the momentum of it is probably dying off a little bit, because now you just have all those guys doing reunion tours and stuff like that. There isn't really a rock band that I know of. I could be wrong. And don't be spouting up, oh, well, have you heard of blacky blacky blah? It's like, no, if it's not mainstream, no one's heard. No one's heard of it. So keep your people bands to yourself. That no one's like.
Just because you love them doesn't mean.
As someone who grew up on like Marvin Gaye and Stevie Wonder and guys like that, I knew who Guns N' Roses was. I knew who. Yeah. That's how that's how big they were. So even like Black Sabbath and guys like that. So I knew who they were, even though I didn't listen. That was not in our home at all. But they were so big.
Yeah.
There's not a band coming up that's Zeppelins. Like that anymore.
Yeah.
We're still listening to the guys from the 70s and 80s. And some
90s.
Grunge 90s. Yeah, some grunge 90 guys.
I got 14-year-olds who come in right now and go,
yeah,
I want to play some Nirvana and Green Day.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
But then it's still guys that we listen to in, the 80s and 90s and today. But I think that I think it might be dying, but I don't think it's dead.
Yeah.
Because what we're going to be reduced to, because most of those guys don't tour. They're not even a band. They won't ever be a band again because half of them are dead.
Yeah.
Or dying. So I think that if nothing happens within the next 10 years to kind of reboot that, we will be living off of the.
I think there are bands.
Metallica's like the Rolling Stones now.
Yeah.
When it comes to touring.
I think there are still bands out there doing it, but I don't think any of them will ever achieve the level of fame as Guns N' Roses and Metallica and Van Halen. There are still dudes out there slogging it out on the road, creating music, but they'll never achieve that. I don't think that level of worldwide domination is kind of probably going to be a lot more difficult to do these days than it was then. So
I need a pick.
You could use my sword.
There you go. Stab.
Does that help?
Yeah. It might growl at you. I don't know.
I'm doing it gently.
Yeah.
Gently. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the question, Tim. Hey, everybody else, leave your feedback. What do y'all think about the spirit of rock? Yes. Is it alive or dying or whatever, All right, next question. Yeah. Thanks, Tim. Daniel Crane, what is opinion on Floyd Rose guitars? They're pretty cool for what they do. They're a bit of a pain in the butt to restring and change tunings and do setups on.
Yes.
But for what they do, I mean, there's
all of that.
Yeah. There's certain things you can do with a Floyd that you just can't do with other non-Floyd guitars. So, if you get a good one, now that's the trick, because there's a lot of guitars with the cheap import type Floyd, licensed Floyd, and those tend to suck. But if you get a great, well-made American or German Schaller-made Floyd, they're cool. I don't own a guitar personally that has a Floyd, but we've sold quite a few that do.
Yeah.
But I think they're fun. I need to have at least one that has one. But yeah, it'll always stay like in one tuning or you can't mess with it though. They're high maintenance. They're high maintenance date. Those Floyd Roses.
Yes.
They always need flowers and cards saying "I love you," and you got to take them to France once in a while.
Kitten hands, gloves,
Yeah, so
they're very emotionally
unstable.
Emotionally unstable.
No, the really really good ones are very stable.
Yeah.
The cheap ones are unstable. Thanks, Daniel. Taylor Carter. Hey, it's Taylor. Question: what's your thoughts on the Tremonti? Do you like songs he has come out with? If there was one guitar player that you would like to meet, who would it be and why? The Mark Tremonti. I like Tremonti a lot.
Yes, I know.
Yes, she knows. We went to see Alter Bridge on her birthday a couple years ago. Yeah. But in fairness, we got to go backstage and get the whole VIP, go to Mark's guitar clinic, and...
In all fairness. That's all fairness.
It's not really fair to her. But, yeah. I like Mark Tremonti. I think he's great. Now I own a Creed record somewhere. It's a CD buried somewhere.
Oh my god.
I thought Creed was okay back in the day.
Back in the
day.
When we first got married.
Yeah, that's way back there. I liked the music. I'd never really cared for the vocalist, Scott Stapp. But I thought their music was kind of all right, But I'm a big Alter Bridge fan.
Yeah.
And love Alter Bridge and everything he's done there. And I've got...
Our sons like Alter Bridge.
Yeah. Oh, man. My 6-year-old loves the Alter Bridge. Miles Kennedy is he's the vocalist they should have always had.
He sings Blackbird all the time.
Blackbird.
That's his shower song.
That's his tune. Some Blackbird by Alter Bridge. But I think I have Mark's first solo record too. I like him a lot. I think he's a great guitar player.
Mm-hmm. He's a real nice guy.
Yeah, he was nice when we met him. I got his autograph on the back of one of my guitars. He's a cool guy. Mm-hmm. I think the Creed years, a lot of people, I think he's had a lot to overcome because of Creed. They're almost like Nickelback in a way.
They missed that.
Oh, that was so...
They missed that bus.
So close to being Nickelback, man. And to try to come reinvent yourself from
After all that.
From what the general public's perception of you is. I think they've done a good job, and Mark is a great guitar player and has really upped his game. Well, he's just gone like this as a guitar player. Yeah. He's really great. I think he's awesome. Yeah. One guitar player I'd like to meet, and why? Is this a living or dead question, do you think?
It can be. Let's make it.
Let's make it. All right.
Let's just amend this.
Yeah. If it's a living or dead, it would be Dimebag Darrell. Because I never met Dime in person. I saw them live 3 times, but never met him. And every story I've ever heard of anyone who met him said he was super awesome and cool. And that would be amazing. If it's living, it would be James Hetfield. Super big. I don't know if you can tell.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, it's James. I'm a little bit of a James fanboy, but in my early days of playing guitar...
Heavy breathing.
Hi, James. Hi, James. Hi, James. Hi, James. Right?
Have him sign your helmet.
sign my helmet. Like, sign my arm, and I'm going to tattoo it. And
overlay tattoo.
Not really. I wouldn't do that. But I'd be like, hi, dude. I have an Explorer because of you.
Mm-hmm.
I love you. Probably.
Sign your Explorer?
You sign my Explorer. That would be... so exciting. Yeah, because that's one of the big reasons I played guitar as a kid was Metallica. So there you go. Thanks for the questions, Taylor. Mr. Mongo 321. What city is the NAMM show being held at? The winter NAMM is in Anaheim, California.
Because there's 2.
There's 2. The summer NAMM is generally in Nashville. So the summer one's moved around before. It's been in Austin. Years and years ago, but it's been in Nashville for the last however long. So
because that's just fun.
Well. Yeah,
just to
I guess
say,
that makes
I'm going
sense.
to Nashville.
At least
Everybody likes, at
least Austin's
once.
Pretty awesome though too. So
yeah, it is.
But Nashville is kind of it's also an epicenter of music in the United States. So yeah, man.
There you go.
Anaheim. Brian Savage, glad to see y'all back. What's the one company you wish the shop carries, and why? Any guesses?
I don't have any specific guesses on
Lawley's Loops.
We do carry.
We do carry Lawley's Loops.
And
why? For me, actually, probably it's going to be ESP LTD. If you go back and watch the last 7 years of YouTube videos, you'll see that I've mentioned that several times. We're going to try to get ESP this year.
Yes.
We're going to try to get ESP this year.
We're going to try.
And I've never done it. And I was telling,
that's on the list.
Yeah, I was telling my buddy Ike in Denver at Flipside Music the other day. I was like, you know what? This is stupid. Like, as we just said, one of the reasons I even play guitar and love guitar is James Hetfield, Metallica.
Yeah.
Right. So ESP and LTD have all the signature James guitars and the Kirk guitars, but who cares about Kirk? Right. But all the big metal guys play ESP and LTD, and I'm thinking, why in the world? Like, we've spent a ton of money on Chapman guitars, Diamond DBZ guitars, Schecter guitars. I'm like, we could have been LTD dealers, honestly, already by now. ESP.
We could have been a lot of different.
We could have been a lot of things, but so I'm like, why did I never pull the trigger on the ESP stuff? So that is still a goal, and I'm thinking maybe 2017 will be the year, because it's not a tremendous buy-in to get on.
Not.
You know, like for what
shift.
Yeah, like for what we did with
I'm in shorts.
some other companies.
I was like, there's like a knee.
Of course, there were you would be in shorts. Everybody in the '70s wore shorts. You are in costume, babe.
Yeah, and moon boots.
And moon boots.
So great. Okay, sorry.
No, it's alright.
I just thought there was like a knee.
I like your knee.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, you know,
yeah, that would be great.
We could have done them by now if we had chosen to go that direction instead of some other directions. But
you live and learn.
You live and learn. And
we plan on being open for quite a while, so
yeah.
It's not going to be too much to the next year.
Yeah, we could. So. I totally foresee it happening in 2017. I know I say that every year, but this time I really mean it. I think. I like the guitars. And the thing is, they have a great range. You know, you get some super exquisite, expensive, high-end boutique guitars with ESP.
Yes.
And they go all the way down. They got some stuff that's like in the $200 range with LTD. So it can cover from the very, very beginner starter guitars up to as high-end custom as you want to go. So it's a great range. And I like a lot of their artists. And I actually own an LTD. So, yeah. Big fan of them. Gonna bring them on sometime. Sometime soon. Yes, hopefully. All right, Chuck J, welcome back. Glad you brought this back. Next question. What's a good starter guitar for someone ages 8 to 12? Would you go with an acoustic or an electric? Can you post the information on how to contact Angela for her business? Are you a guitar pedal person? If so, what's your favorite? Thanks.
Nice.
Great starter guitar. Now, it really depends on the student.
I was going to say that.
Yes. What do we always say to people?
We always say electric. But it really depends on the kid. If the kid, because we have had lots of kids who have acoustic guitars.
Oh yeah.
We usually encourage acoustics only because they'll build up their calluses faster with acoustics, and it'll take more effort. And you can really tell a kid how much a kid wants to play their guitar.
Encourage electric.
Well, I encourage acoustic. Because as someone who doesn't know how to play, going through an acoustic guitar and then picking up an electric, it's not that big a deal. But
yeah, I always think electric.
Because you always play.
But the thing is, because electric is easier on your fingers. And so if you have like a little kid, like an 8, 9, 10-year-old.
Well, 8, 9, 10, sure. But like 11 or 12.
It's like, you know, it's easier on the fingers. Yeah, the younger they are, the more I would go electric, because takes less hand strength.
It depends on the kid, though.
Yeah. But what it comes down to is I have kids who come in and always say, what do you see yourself playing? Because everybody, when you want to play a guitar, it's because you saw somebody play guitar somewhere, or you have a favorite band, or you have a favorite artist, and you want to do what they do.
Yes.
Right? So if your favorite, the person who inspires you to play to begin with, if they're strumming acoustic guitar and singing like Taylor Swift or something like that, and that's what fires you up and wants to play, then you probably need to play an acoustic guitar. If you know the whole reason you're picking up a guitar is because of Van Halen or Metallica or somebody else,
common for 8 to 12-year-olds.
Yeah, well, you know, some, but
I love Van Halen.
Yeah,
not common.
But even the older ones, you know, 13, 14, 15, it's like, why are you doing this? Like for me, I wanted an electric guitar because I wanted to rock. And I was blessed enough that my parents got me an electric guitar. If they had gotten me an acoustic, I'd have been, this sucks. I don't want to play this because I couldn't play the songs that I wanted to learn on that guitar, and it wouldn't sound right.
Right.
And it was easier on the fingers. But you got to visualize, you know, when you close your eyes, I do this. I don't know if anybody else does. But when I close my eyes, you know, when I was a kid, I could see myself playing on stage or playing with a band and visualize what I was doing when I could, if I already knew how to play. And for me, it was always electric. And so that's what I did.
I do that with my vocalists. It's like, what do you imagine? When you imagine yourself singing, where do you imagine yourself doing that? And some will say Broadway. Well, that's a whole another skill set than a coffee house.
That's a different
Carnegie Hall.
Yeah.
Those are all 3 different skill sets that you need to have to perform in those arenas. So,
but it gives you a good idea of the direction of where their passion really is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then you don't need this kind of guitar. You should take this kind of guitar because, like you said, you'll be frustrated.
Yep.
If you.
And I think the answer depends on the person you're buying it for.
Yeah, and that also depends on the brand guitar, especially. And even with ages 8 to 12, they're so finicky.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, that's 3rd grade to 7th grade. And between 3rd, 4th, and 5th, they really don't know what they want to do. But by the time they get to the 6th grade, they have to choose art, choir, or band, which is sad. But anyways, they have to choose those 3, or cheerleading, football, by the time the school year starts. So spending a lot of money on an 8, 9, 10-year-old, then by the time they get to junior high, they're like, I want to be a cheerleader.
Forget this guitar.
I don't want to do that anymore. This is a whole lot easier. And then you spent a lot of money. So go the most inexpensive, good quality, inexpensive guitar, and leave it at that, and then tell them
And if it's an acoustic, I would put 10s on that sucker, because that's one thing we've started doing. We have kids playing acoustic. Because they make acoustic guitar strings that are in 10s. Slap those on there. That'll make it way easier for the kiddos. And then as they get older and bigger and their hand strength gets better and their calce is there, then you can move up to 11s and then 12s. So that's my advice on that. How to contact Angela for her business, Lawley's Loops.
Facebook. I don't have an Etsy page. I don't do that. I do custom orders by request, prepaid only.
Prepaid only. You got to pay up front, please.
But yes, I have a Facebook page for Lawley's, Lawley '(S) Loops.
Loops.
Just like loops.
Lawley's Loops.
Then
I'll put a link in the description.
Private message me and send me a picture of what you want. If it's a size, what size helmet, what size beer, and we'll go through colors and all that kind of stuff. But it's always, I do one-on-one type stuff. I don't do bulk. I don't do mass orders. I don't got time for that. So I don't have a store. I don't have a website because I don't got time for that. So it's really just one-on-one. Like I just sent one to Wiley, Texas. I sent one to Odessa, Texas. Before that, I sent a Viking helmet to Maryland. So it's just, but it's, Yeah.
So through Facebook, you can go Lawley's Loops, and you can message through there. And of course, now you can email RNA Music.
Yes, and right, or our RNA Music Facebook page.
Our email. So if you send an email to rnamusic@live.com, which is the store email. So I have to check that email. Angela checks that email.
Yes.
And so you can do it that way. You can follow Lawley's Loops on Instagram. So she also has an Instagram account.
You can message me on there also.
So that's either through Instagram, Facebook, or email RNA Music.
Yep.
And I'll put the Facebook links below. Check out that Viking wristband.
I know, it's so classy.
How awesome
Check out
is that?
my ring.
Look at my ring. Oh, man.
That's some bucklage.
That's some hardcore.
Back slap, hand slap somebody. That's a Negan cuff right there.
That's a Negan cuff. Let's not speak of it. Shh. Next question. Oh, wait, you said pedals.
Yes.
I have some pedals. I'm not
He owns them?
Yeah. I have like a TC Electronic Hall of Fame. I have a flashback. I have a tuner pedal. And
hand is hot.
It's because I'm smoking hot. I got a huge beard on.
Whew.
So I'm kind of warm.
It's inferno right over.
But Green Carrot Pedal Company, Overdrive. I got, but I'm not like diehard. Oh man, I got 47 pedals on my pedal board. I have some friends who are like that. They're total pedal nerds.
Yeah.
And that's great, but
he's not a pedal nerd.
I'm not. I'm not.
He's pedaling something else.
I'm pedaling awesomeness. I use pedals, but I'm not just obsessed with them. So, yeah, man.
Awesome.
All right, where are we at?
Chuck J.
Thanks, Chuck J. There we are.
Kurgel is next.
Kurgel Kreutzer. Nice to see Ask RNA back. It's like the Terminator. Keeps coming back and stronger than ever. Thanks for answering my question. I agree on the new Metallica. First song was not what I like in a classic song. Second one was really good. Question: Are you guys planning on making your own CD, album, /vinyl, /song, /EP in the near future? Cheers. Cheers, girl. Well, plans on making one in the near future? I don't know that we don't really have it planned.
No.
Together.
No. He works on his own stuff.
I have a couple of tunes I'm still in the writing phases on to do a little, like 2 or 3 song EP.
We don't really write original music, or we've never really been songwriters.
Well, I'm more of a rock guy, like a hard rock, heavy metal guy. So the music I'm writing,
like folk.
Yeah, so I'm writing
Classic.
Something for me to come out that's going to be more just the hard rock thing, but that's not really Angela's groove, baby. No. So she may or may not sing on that. We'll kind of find out as that gets closer. Yeah. My
voice doesn't fit rock at all.
Yeah, but we did just do some cameos on our good friend Tim Worley, his album Uncle Book and the Jalapeno Overdrive. I'll put a link in the description below to his Facebook. Tim just did a record, like 10 or 11 songs, and we had some guest appearances. I played drums on a track that Angela sang lead vocals on, and then I had a guest guitar solo on another track.
Yeah, backup vocals.
She did backup vocals on another track. So it's just like a big jam album Tim got with all of his friends who are musicians, and they're all songs that he wrote. Yes. But he wanted to have all his friends do guest appearances on. So I'll put a link to that below as well. So that album's coming out, I think, November 18th. You can get it from Uncle Book and the Jalapeno Overdrive. But as far as our own, not yet. It's been very difficult just running a business and running a family, and even just doing YouTube. Like YouTube takes a ton of time. Yeah. So, we'll see. And I've been working on my EP for like 3 years, and I've gotten not a lot of progress because we're just busy doing other stuff.
Right. So. It happens.
Yeah, man.
Maybe one day.
Maybe sometime. Maybe when our kids are out of the house.
Yeah. 7 years.
Maybe 7 years from now. Stay tuned. New album from RNA.
Put it on your calendar.
Mark it. All right. Thanks, Kirkle. Next, Big John. Welcome back. Welcome back. Song like Welcome Back, Carter. I know. That's why we did it.
Welcome back.
That's from the 70s.
Yes, I know. John Travolta was in Welcome Back, Carter.
I loved Welcome Back,
Carter.
Hey, Mr. Carter. I loved it. All right. Question: Following your dream and trying to get my question is about following your dream and trying to get my wife on board when you have a lot of naysayers and Debbie Downers. Seems most people have a 9-to-5 mindset. That's what I call people who say you need a job with benefits. You have a kid. I've been self-employed in the past, but that's before I met the love of my life. Aww. Also, I think Metallica is going after the Geritol and FiberCon money. Hey, watch it. I still like Metallica.
Yeah. You're not Geritol.
As advertising? They're going after them as advertisers?
Well, you have to think of the
they
guys
will at
their
some point.
age. Listen,
they are 50.
To them.
They are in their 50s.
Yeah.
Which is only like 10 years away for me. Thanks, Big John. All right, this question: following your dream and trying to get your wife on board. Like how to get your wife on board with your dream? Man.
Cricket.
I don't know.
I don't know because there are times when I am not on board. There have been times where what the heck, David Blaine? Like, what's going on with this? What did you just do? No.
Yeah, you should answer that question.
It's really knowing that it's going to go somewhere. Because following your dreams and following a vision that has some solidity, some substance, are two different things. There are lots of guys, and it's mostly guys, okay, that have families, that follow dreams that are unattainable when it comes to timing. We've talked about that many times, and or focus. because there's it has to be a specific dream, and there has to be a huge amount of passion behind it. If your dream is to be the next, and I'm not belittling your dream, I'm just giving something ridiculous, be the next greatest birthday clown. You know, there's only so many children who like clowns. There's only so many people who would want to hire you in the Tri-County area, per se. So the dream has to be something that, as a woman, we, almost all women, even if we are breadwinners or not breadwinners, I'm not lumping all women in a stay-at-home mom type situation, but we do marry a man for stability, for security, for some kind of groundedness. So it scares us whenever there's no constant focus on things, where we feel like we have to rein in a child, and that sounds ugly, but you hear the joke all the time. I have 4 kids. I count my husband as 1. Oh, I hate that joke. I hate it. It's wrong. It's ugly. It's tacky. And men, don't even say it to yourselves. Don't say it. It's not right. I mean, it belittles you as a man. It totally nips the boys, and it's not right. Yeah. But a lot of men are filling that role by chasing dreams that are just like, yeah, you're not 16 anymore. Garage bands are gone the way of the dodo. It's time to grow up. Start playing at clubs. Start getting something. Start practicing. Start working harder for that dream. So I'm saying, if you want your wife on board, you have to have a clear definition of what your dream is. Make sure that it is something, and a plan, and a solid plan. Not like, well, I thought about this, and then next week it's like, what I really would like to do. And then a few weeks later, but hey, you know what I just saw? I think I really would be good at that. And then that gives wife panic mode, like, oh God, is he going to quit, our livelihood? Am I going to have to take another job? And there's just so much, it's too scary. So make sure your plan has a very concrete, very pinpointed focus. Because if you don't, there's too much. The question, especially with money and stability, and that it scares every woman.
Scares the bejeebers out of them.
It really does, because we're the type God made us the way we are, and we will put the pants on and we will do it, but we will be pissed that we had to. Some women are career women, and that's great, but most women want to stay home with their babies, and they love being taken care of, because that's how we were made. That doesn't mean we shouldn't have jobs, but that goes in a whole nother thing. But we really want someone to take care of us. And so, and I don't want any hate mail about women's rights. So just shut your mouth. Then you know that this is, I'm being truthful.
Because if you're not a woman, you don't really know.
You don't know. You don't know. I'm a very strong woman, and to think that I'm not, you best watch your back. Because I am. Okay, yep. I'm very independent. I'm very strong-willed. And so I will... No. It's so fitting with the...
I know, it's
got a little woman power going on.
You got some power.
You got some estrogens flowing. But it's just serious. It's very serious. Like, if you want your woman to come alongside of you, your partner to come alongside of you, get focused. The lack of focus is what scares us the most. Yep. So if you have a clear plan, like Ryan was like, hey, I think this is what I'm going to do. And he took the ball, and he was just like, hey, guess what I did today? I'm like, what? He's like, I called this business. We got D'Addario. We got Schechter. They're coming in tomorrow. I'm like, wow, we're really doing this. And it's like, this is what we're going to build. He got business cards. He got, he was getting the word out. It was like, and then all of a sudden this business just took off rolling because he had a clear focus. He knew exactly where he wanted to go. He had a 5-year plan. He knew exactly where he wanted to go. And that, to me, I was like, okay, I'm behind you 100%. Let's make this. I was like, even if it only lasts a few years, I know that, this will be something good to try, because why not?
If you go to a bank, and there's a lot of people like, I have a business idea, you're looking for investors. Now, we didn't do this. We didn't go to a bank and get investors. We just muscled it out, sacrificed. But, they want a business plan. Sweet, we'll give you a loan. Where's your business plan? Well, I don't really have one. Mm-hmm. Well, then your business isn't really going to go anywhere. So you better have have a plan, and the more specific and the more detailed, the better. And projected earnings and estimates of like, all right, now I don't know what it is, John. So I mean, I don't know what your dream is.
Yeah,
so
that's hard to say.
It's hard to answer without knowing what your dream is. But so for me, like I went to college to be a teacher, a music teacher. So my education that I spent a lot of money and time on it was to become a music teacher. I had experience as a music teacher. I taught drum lines. I taught private percussion lessons in middle schools and high schools and all this kind of stuff. So I went to school for it. I had experience, a couple of years doing it. And then, I didn't really want to go that direction with the public school stuff and music. And so, for many, many years, I just had other jobs that had nothing to do with music.
Yeah.
And then eventually it kind of came back, 8 years ago, and was like, hey, I really love music, and we got to figure out a way to make this happen. And all these other jobs I had, I didn't really care for, and I was just trying to phone. I ultimately wanted to do from other teaching, so I knew that I could teach, and that's what I went to school for. And it was just a matter of finding a location and then just kind of doing it, but jumping through all the legal hoops, sales tax, and starting your own business. And the more detailed you can be, the better. And the more realistic you can be, the better. And even in the early days of starting RNA Music, we both had other jobs. And we did those jobs until RNA Music got to the point where it was producing enough income to replace those other jobs that we had. And so our monthly home income stayed consistent. And so that we basically replaced, the other job that I had, and then the other job that Angela had. She was able to quit doing that, and then RNA was able to become our full-time thing. But that took some time. So it's like baby steps. So, without knowing what your exact plan and dream is, it's hard to answer. But, get as detailed as you can. Do as much research as possible. Talk to as many people who are doing what you want to do, because there are people out there doing what you want to do.
Yeah, and they really love to share.
Contact them and ask them, hey, this is what I want to do. This is where I live. And especially if you're not in competition with them. I talk to business owners and teachers
all over,
who do what I do all over the country. And I'm obviously not going to be stealing their students or stealing their business if they live in Florida and I'm in Texas. So, people will share with you in your specific genre area what you want to do. So I hope that was helpful.
Another thing about the Debbie Downers, they're always going to be there.
Oh, we had those building RNA Music.
Oh my gosh. We still have those. We still have people who have not been in our shop, or they'll come in our shop. They're like, oh, this is quaint. This is so sweet. How are y'all doing? It's like, well, we've been in business for almost 7 years now, and we have 45 students, and we're known around the world, so we're doing pretty good.
I ship guitars all
just
over the country.
Just because you have never been in here doesn't mean we aren't doing well. That just the arrogance of it. But you're always going to have Debbie Downers. So even people who you respect and love, will think you're crazy, will shoot you down until you become successful. And they're like, I always knew you'd make it. I'm so proud of you, man.
Yeah, whatever.
And then you just water off a duck's back. Because people are finicky. People are ridiculous sometimes. And if this is something that you really want to do, and you've always had that deep down passion about, even if it's something that you're like, I think I'd like to try it. Just go out and do it. Just make sure you have a clear plan, because if you really want to be successful in it, you have to have a clear plan, a clear vision, map it out. Do pros and cons. Be prepared for the cons and plan for the cons, but just it's really about planning and
avoid going into debt to do it.
Yes,
because if you go into debt at the very beginning to get it rolling,
you'll add more stress.
You'll never make it out, probably.
Yeah, and you'll add more stress to the family unit and to yourself that it's hard to overcome.
It is.
It really is.
Thanks for your question, Big John.
You're welcome.
Thom Grogan. Yay, you're back. Guess you guys didn't forget about us. Nice fluff impersonation. Thank you. Okay, let's see. How do you combat gas?
Well,
Tums is good. What do you think is easier, a guitar player learning to play bass or a bassist learning to play guitar? Thanks again. Getting back in the routine. Whittly. The best way to combat G.A.S, gear acquisition syndrome, is to buy the gear.
Do it.
Just give in to your hatred. Just buy the gear.
Yeah.
I don't think there is a way to fight it. You just have to... You either buy it or open up your checking account and look at your balance and go, yeah.
Get a little money happen. Reality check.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
do
only $42 in there.
Do some math. You know,
we have 2 weeks left for the month.
Yeah, that's usually what I do. I either buy it if I can, or I go, yeah, it ain't gonna happen.
Which you don't very regularly. That's
not all the time.
There's not a constant influx of gear per se.
There's constant desire.
Yeah.
For gear.
Yeah. But
for me, it's just a reality. Yep. We don't have the money for that.
That also goes back to the whole security thing too.
Ties right in. Talk to you want to fight your gas? Go talk to your wife. Hey, honey, look, I found a guitar for this much.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to buy some groceries.
Oh, that's funny.
You're right, babe. We do need groceries.
As I'm wearing my Walmart outfit.
We do need groceries.
You're cute.
Yeah. So look at your bank account.
Yeah.
Talk to your wife, or buy the gear.
Yeah.
Or all three.
Exactly.
Ideally. I think it's easier for a guitar player to go to bass than it is for a bassist to go to guitar. I have a bass player friend who's a phenomenal bass player, and he struggles to go to the playing all the chords and stuff. Whereas on guitar, you're already used to like power chords and all your different things, and then you're subtracting, from guitar to go to bass. Mm-hmm. Whereas in bass, you're having to add things. So
right.
I think it's easier that direction. But
right.
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Next question, Metallics. Question for next one. How much does Tonewood matter with active pickups? Also, more gear reviews, demos? Question. Cheers. There's a lot of debate about Tonewood and guitars and what they're made of and stuff.
It's never ending.
It's never ending thing. I will say that with active pickups like EMGs, 81s, 85s, I think it's really minimalized. You can slap a set of EMGs pretty much in any guitar and you're going to get the characteristic sound of those pickups because most active pickups have a built-in preamp. And ultimately I think what affects your tone most is your amp. Your amp and your pickups are the really predominant factor in guitar tone, I think. I think wood does make some subtle differences. But with active pickups, I think it's even more refined than that. So, particularly with actives. So I don't think it makes a lot of difference. That's a good way. If you got a crap guitar that doesn't sound very good, slap some EMGs in it, and it's going to automatically sound way better. You get a pretty good, close Zakk Wylde Metallica sound.
There you go.
So I think they're an upgrade. Mm-hmm. If you already have a really, really nice guitar, it's not going to make a lot of difference. But reviews and demos, yeah, I've been slacking on those. Slacking. When I started this channel, it was mostly going to be reviews and demos and lessons way back in the day.
And then I came on the scene and
But yeah, I've kind of fell behind on that. But I'm planning on getting back to it.
Though.
Yeah, it's just a time thing. It's a lot easier to shoot these things. And honestly, it's a lot more fun for me to do vlogs and Ask RNA stuff with her than the reviews sometimes.
Funner than
more
videos.
But I've got some stuff I've shot. I just haven't uploaded it, edited it, and uploaded it. So there's, there will be some.
There's a lot of stuff.
I haven't done a grilling video in forever. You can go way back and see me grilling some steaks.
We need to buy a grill.
We do need to buy a grill.
Because we used your dad's before.
Or I could buy a guitar.
Grill.
Grill. We should get a grill.
We haven't had a good steak. You haven't cooked me a good steak.
I have not grilled steak in many, many
Grilled me a good steak.
Yeah. All right.
Taters.
Thanks, Metallics. And final question, because we had a lot of questions this time. Thank you, guys.
Hang in there, guys.
Y'all filled in last week's lack of questions with a lot of questions.
Guess we'll have to take another month off.
Maybe so, yeah. We'll just do Ask RNA once a month. That'll make it easier. John Burdett. Hey, John. Question. Where do you see or like to see yourself in 15 years?
Let's see. How old will I be? 53?
I will be 55 in 15 years. Extremely wealthy, living on a beach. I don't know.
I really don't want to live on a beach.
I don't either. I don't
per se. There's too many
Let's go to
storms
Colorado.
And sand
I like cool
everywhere. I don't like sand everywhere. I don't know. 15 years. See, there's the focus thing. Ooh, customer.
Uh-oh.
They're gonna laugh. Hi. Thanks.
You're even cuter about her hair. Is that your real hair?
No, it's not.
It's really cute.
It's Halloween hair. Halloween hair.
Can I talk to somebody about music lessons?
Either one of us.
Yeah, either one of us.
You wanna?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it.
I feel funny with my big helmet on.
We came in.
Look.
Yeah, look. I know. That's all right. We're almost done.
Okay. Oh, it's still recording. Oh.
And we're back.
And
sorry,
scene.
we had to stop and take care of a customer in our full
She loved it. It was
Halloween
cool.
regalia.
Yeah.
Where do we see ourselves in 15 years? I saw this question when you left it, John, and I thought a lot about it, and I'm not entirely sure. Because life can change so
blink.
intensely, and our life has changed in the last 17 years, where we've been places we never thought we would be, and lived places we never thought we would live, had jobs we never thought we would have, and
made friends, lost family, just life happens. 15 years is such a way out there. Our children will be way grown by then.
like, we may have grandkids by then.
You know, I would love to think that we would be grandparents.
I would hope so in 15
I would like
years.
to be traveling more in 15 years. I would love to maybe have an EP, a CD.
There will be an EP by then. I will definitely finish mine.
Yeah, Colonel Kreutzer will be very
Colonel.
happy. Yeah, it was, I would think that maybe performing a little bit more.
I would like to be tied down less to the shop.
Yes, we
personally.
would like to have a lot more teachers to replace us in the future.
Yeah. I would like to work less days a week at the shop, personally. Maybe have a smaller, tighter knit group of students where I only teach. I teach a little bit less. I love teaching, so I don't know that I'll ever want to stop teaching.
But it'll be our close to retirement age, and we'll be empty nesters, clear way into like 7 years in. So I would love to be able to enjoy that time. So when we got married, we hit the ground running with Nicholas. I mean, we didn't have really any time, just us, when we got married. It was like 9 months.
Oh, yeah. No. It was
a year.
A year, yeah. So Nicholas was born a month after our 1 year anniversary.
Not that matters anymore. I mean,
I
people
guess
have
not,
blown that tradition out of the water.
People have assumed that
some.
stuff so much, though.
But but we literally, 9 months of that year, I was pregnant and sick pregnant. So it was, we
Brutally
really
sick.
never, and he was finishing school. So I would love to be able to actually spend time with each other and
travel
and not be tied down to a job, which is like a child. It's just, there's a lot of nurturing and training and
in the early years,
all kinds of stuff. So by then,
sorry,
sword. We got to sword.
Let me
Dune.
put the sword on the ground.
We got to sword Dune. By then we would have been in the shop for almost 22 years.
Oh gosh.
It would have been almost 22 years of owning this business. So I would think by then we would have some kind of, I don't know.
Yeah. It's really hard to say.
Different location maybe.
It really is hard to say.
Bigger building.
I think we can agree on we would love to be traveling more as a couple.
Yes.
And just kind of enjoying.
Visit all you guys.
Yeah. If YouTube is still around in 15 years,
Yes.
who knows if we'll still be doing it.
Who knows?
It might be.
It'll be around. It just probably won't, be us.
Unless we have a nuclear war in this next 2 years.
Yeah.
We won't even be worried
We
about
need to
that.
time capsule this, like peg this one thing. So in 15 years, we can, flashback YouTube video this.
Yeah, hopefully I'll have a
That'll
few
be
more
so much
guitars.
fun. Hi, Angela. How are you doing?
Hey, Ryan. You're looking good, man. Hopefully I'll have a few more guitars in my collection in the next 15 years. I want a PRS USA. I want a Gibson Les Paul. I'm like this.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough one, man. Hopefully, just happy and healthy, and really, that's the best thing you can hope for and ask for.
I would like one thing.
What's that?
Within 15 years, I would like to be able to sing with Natalie Grant. I want to sing with her. I don't care if it's backup. I want to sing with Natalie Grant. Within 15 years, I want that to happen. And I want it to be like, oh my gosh, a year later, like 15 years from now, I couldn't believe a year later I was singing Natalie Grant.
I don't know if I told you, I had a dream like a couple nights ago where I was playing on stage with Metallica.
That's cool.
And it was like, I haven't had, you have those dreams when you're a kid. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't had a dream like that where I actually up on stage and I was playing through some tunes with the guys.
Yeah.
I haven't had one of those dreams in forever. And I had one a couple nights ago and it was super realistic. And I was like, oh, that was cool.
Those are future dreams. I love those.
Future dreams, so.
I love those. Those are fun.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for the question, John. Still need a lot of thought on that
made
one.
us think.
A lot to think about still. So,
yeah.
Well, we hope you guys have a safe, happy holiday weekend. Halloween is on Monday, but I know there's lots of parties and things going on between now and then.
Don't be crazy.
Don't be crazy. But, have fun. Enjoy your weekend. Keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
Forget it.
Wheedle. All the Wheedlies. All the candies.
Trick or treat.
Yes.
Smell my feet. You probably shouldn't. But check out my beard, though. So excited. Oh, my face.
Oh, my head.
My face feels so much less
afro
beardy.
headache. I think I was getting afro headache.
I was getting beard.
You're flinging hairs.
I've got yarn in my real beard.
So.
You gotta do what?
I got a bookshelf to build.
Yeah, I gotta edit this hour long FAQ.
Put my wig back on.
You gonna wear it home?
Yeah.
I think you should.
Go through drive-through or go through Dollar General.
You should. That'd be awesome.